Hey guys, Jeff here with Cosplay Gaming, and a couple of people were asking about how I did my straps for my armor, so this kind of stuff. So I'm going to take a moment and kind of show you guys kind of how that works. So the first thing you're going to take a look at is you're going to look at where you're going to put it on your arm. So you're going to, so in this case an arm, but wherever you're going to put it on. So I want that right there. So I want to kind of get it right here so that if it sits nice and snug, I don't have to worry about it slipping up and down or having to like put it too tight or things like that. So once I've got that figured out, the next thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to make sure I can actually attach my strap, which is just your standard nylon bits you find for backpacks and stuff like that. That's all I really got here. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need, parachute clips, right? You can use other clips or whatever, so it's whatever kind of works for you, but like these guys are pretty darn durable, and depending where you get them, you can get them for fairly cheap. The place I go to, really nice and cheap, so I can't really complain. It was like 25 cents for those two, and I got a bag of them, so not too bad. If you're in the local Calgary area, I can figure out where you can pick them up. So, okay, so I got that kind of stuff. I'm going to need needle thread, because I don't have a sewing machine and I don't have the talent to do that. Scissors, okay. Lighter thing, I'll show you what I need for that. So once I get this all ready, I've got my strap already measured out. I pre-measured this ahead of time. But you're going to want to give a rough measurement and give yourself some excess. It's okay to have excess because you can either cut it down or you can just give it a bit of rework and basically I'm just cutting this piece in half. The only reason I got the lighter, and I mean there's other ways to do this, but I'm actually just kind of burning the edges a bit so that it doesn't fray as much. Other people will tell you other ways to do that, and if their ways are better, do those. But this is a really easy way to just kind of clean those edges just a wee bit. That way they don't start fraying on you as you use it. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so the edges are dealt with. So the other thing we need to do, depending on what kind of foam you're using, if you've got stuff that's flat on the back, then you don't have to do this next step. But if you've got the stuff that's got the little foot bits or whatever on it so that it's nice and soft for people to walk on, you're going to want to make this flatter. That way your glue plus your strap attach better. So what I'm going to do here is if you have sanding paper, you can use that. The other thing you can use is you can Dremel, so this is going to get loud really quickly, and just turn it on and just kind of run along the edge, right? Just enough to really create kind of a flat spot to place your piece. Other way. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Foam off yourself, so don't wear anything that you have to dress up fancy to go places with. Alright, so now that I've done that, I'm going to actually take my piece here, and I'm going to take a look at where I want to put it, and they're not exactly even, so I have to go a little bit lower. Actually, no, I'm going to go up. And I'm going to draw a nice little mark here, because this is going to tell me where I'm going to put my glue. Alright, so do it on both sides. And voila. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and take these guys. I'm going to head over here to where my, pardon the camera. So I'm going to take hot glue. Hot glue works really well. I've tried contact cement. I'm not too happy with the results of contact cement. So this so far is proving to be a little bit more durable. And you just make sure that when you put it in, you're in it nice, and you get as much coverage as you can in the spot you're going to go. Alright, nice and goopy in there. Alright, put that down. Don't light yourself on fire. That's bad. Get in there. Press that in nice and good so that it gets nice and squishied in, gets into a bit of the weave in there. Alright, now that I've got that piece on, I'm going to actually run, it's hard to see, I'm going to run it along the edge of it to kind of give it that extra bit of coverage. and along here, all right? So it's not necessarily going to look the prettiest, but if it holds, I'm not too worried about that particular dilemma. So do that piece, and then I'm going to do this side as well. So now that I've got those done, I'm actually going to let this cool and harden before I do anything else with it. Just because it makes it easier. I don't want it shifting. I don't want it coming apart or losing some of its cohesion, if that's a good word to use for that. And around we go. Alright, so there we go. We've attached our pieces with the glue. And yeah, so it's all attached. So now all I'm going to do, I'm going to let that dry. So the next step will actually be measuring it out on my arm so that I can actually put in the straps. So as you can see, I've measured this. I got a ton of slack in here, and I'm not complaining about that, because the great thing about having that bunch of extra slack is that if my arm gets bigger and I start, building weights or whatever, I can adjust it. Even if my arm gets smaller, I can still adjust it there. Now, you can kind of see my stitching because I actually ended up using blue thread. But I basically just stitched along close to the actual clip to get it secure. Now, a sewing machine is more effective and definitely much better to do. So you've got nice clean ones, because mine look really, 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 really ratty. Because, well, I'm not that great of a sewing hand. But, you know what? It serves the purpose. I can pull on this and it's not going anywhere. That's the goal. Is I don't want it to come apart. I don't want it to loosen up. So there you go. And yeah, and then all you got to do, put it on after, not catch your arm, 'cause mine's a little, yeah, I'm gonna, there we go. Voila, set it there. There you go, it's done. And you see, even with what I gotta say, I was looking originally at doing 2 pieces, and for the most part, that's not going anywhere. It's not shifting too much, unless I do a lot of dancing. So, and if not, if I'm not happy with that, I can just tighten that up a bit. Take out the stitching and make it a little bit tighter. Oh, that just slid off. So, yeah, I may have to make that a little bit tighter. Or, since I'm gonna have an overshirt under that, it'll probably sit a whole lot nicer. So there you go, guys. That's putting on a strap and getting it secure so it'll actually stay and stick around. Hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. If you did, like it, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else you got. I kind of want to see. I've got another couple of tutorials coming up on the docket. And I got a couple other projects concerning prop making and stuff coming up soon. So if you guys want to check that kind of stuff out, stay tuned to my channel. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I'll have links down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have fun, guys. Keep cosplaying and keep gaming.